You've done enough consuming. Now it's time to actually move. Welcome to my channel, you guys. If you are new here, I'm Aaliyah Rose. I've been on TikTok for 3 months and my life has completely changed from just going on social media. I want to use this channel as not only a teaching space where I can teach you how to grow authentically on social media and what that looks like to show up authentically for yourself, but it's also motivation. I'm going to be here to be your accountability partner. We all need one. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Listen, you've listened to every podcast, every sermon, every TikTok, every reel, listened to worship, you've cried during worship, you've surrendered, and still you are sitting. Let me break this down. You're still waiting. You're still sitting, waiting on something that God already gave you. And now God's actually looking at you like, my child, when are you actually gonna move? Now, I get it. I never used to feel ready. I've lived my life knowing that there's more in here, but I never knew how to get it out, right? You show up, you do the things, and you give up 2 months in because it's hard. It's gonna be hard. Let me be the first one to tell you, what you're going through is normal. The heartbreak, the sleepless nights, the crying, the surrendering, the worshiping, feeling like nothing is moving, that's normal. Let me tell you, that's a normal part of success, and you are in that. But listen, God is not worried about how many sermons you have consumed. He's watching what you're doing with the word that you have already received. You don't need another sign because you are already the sign. Do you hear what I'm saying? You are the answered prayer to somebody else's breakthrough. But you're sitting here still waiting for yours to come in the mail. Okay. No. Because God is calling you out of preparation mode and into activation mode. That's going to take a different type of switch that you might not be used to yet. But it's coming. The preparation was where you were sitting down crying. Nobody was supporting you. Laying there alone. That's the preparation. God needed you in that quiet time in order to excel to the next level. Now that you've experienced that moment, experienced that heartbreak, experienced that downtime, the down season, the low season, you are prepared for what God has next for you. Some of us are spiritually overfed and underused. Let me break down what that even means. Because you have been poured into over and over and over again, but you haven't even poured back out. And now you're wondering why you feel stuck. You're wondering why you're anxious, why you're burnt out, why you feel so alone. It's not because God is ignoring you. That's not the problem. It's because He has already equipped you with what you have to offer to the world. Whether that's in business, YouTube, social media. You have been equipped for it, but you might have missed the key that He was trying to show you. He is quite literally waiting for you to show up for you. That's the only thing that you're missing. I had to prove that to myself. I've been waiting for years. I remember in high school, I would go ahead and I've been researching and looking at sermons and listening for years. For years, a very, very long time. And this was the first year that I chose to take myself serious. I took myself out of a comfortable job. I took myself out of a comfortable position. And now I'm sitting in another uncomfortable position, having to provide for myself under my own strength, under God's strength. You choose your uncomfortable. You can choose to be comfortable in a job, or you can choose to be uncomfortable and walk out and step up and leap into faith. Here's the definition of faith. Ask yourself if you have this. Because faith is the one thing that's going to take you from point A to point B. Your goals and your dreams, you will eventually arrive. Trust me, you will arrive here, but you have to start here with faith. You have been studying how to build, but you won't actually pick up the hammer. Because I know that you've watched other people walk into their purpose, walked into the favor that the Lord had over their life, and you have clapped for them, secretly wondering, why is this not happening for me? How are they able to go do this? How are they able to take this paid trip? How are they able to be this live streamer? How are they able to open this business? How are they able to grow up in a family that's functional? How are they able to have grown up with 2 parents in the household? How are they able to do this, you name it? You probably thought it. But here's the truth. It was your turn the moment God gave you the idea. Whatever you're thinking about right now is the idea that you need to take action on. Whatever the thought that's coming into your head right now is not from nothing, it's from God. That's an insert that you have to listen to. If you don't listen to the insert, okay, you get an insert, you lean on faith, combine those two together and becomes fruit. You will become fruitful, but you have to be in the position where you can mentally have faith and lean on God. Because you're going to need to lean on God during this season of your life when you are looking to be successful. Success does not come easy. That's why most people are not successful, because they cannot get through the phase, the mental phase. It's the mental phase that is that's going to stop everybody. The ego phase is going to stop everybody. Trust me, I've tried. I've opened businesses. I've done drop shipping. I ran a lash business. I ran a barbecue joint under somebody else's leadership. And I realized, hold on. I think I am a born leader. God inserted in me, Aaliyah, your time is now. Go. And I went. I don't have a job. I do social media full time. I lean on faith. I'm not a millionaire yet. But I can't wait to look back on this digital journal to show the progress that I have made, but also be a voice of reason for people who are struggling and going through the same trials and errors, going through self-doubt, because you're not the only one experiencing it. We all are, even the successful. So here's the honest moment that you should probably understand. You don't have a waiting problem, you have a willingness problem. You don't have a waiting problem, you have a willingness problem. Are you willing to look foolish? Are you willing to look like you don't have it all together? Are you willing to be vulnerable in front of thousands of people? Are you willing to fail publicly? Are you really ask yourself these questions? Are you really willing to fail in front of eyes that don't even know who you are as a person? Are you willing to move before the applause? Are you willing to move before the support and the results that come from showing up? The problem is that you are not willing to go through the egotistical breakdown of being successful. You are not lazy. You are just scared of failure. Aaliyah Rose was not lazy. I was scared of failure until I wasn't anymore. You're scared of getting it wrong, and you were definitely scared of messing up what God already handed to you. You're walking on eggshells. You want to be careful, but you can't. You got to go through it head on. Trust me, you want to go through it head on. God does not bless perfection. He blesses obedience. God does not. Y'all better hear it. God does not bless perfection. He blesses obedience. Because here's the truth. You're not going to be perfect. But he will walk with you through your imperfection. He just is not able to guide which you do not move. Stop treating your calling like it's fragile, because it's really not. And you'll never know unless you move. Sis, you'll never know if you move, brother. I know that you've cried. I know that you've been alone. I know that you feel lost. I feel like you're confused. Because I felt all of those emotions and feel them right now. But now is the time to write the book. Now is the time to build the business. Now is the time to go on social media and share your testimony. Share your story, what you've been through. You never know what your story can enlighten in other people. You were actually anointed long before you even felt qualified. Like, for real. You were already destined to be where you are now. And where your goal that pops in your head when we were talking right now, that's the goal that you should focus on. So let me ask you this. What would happen if you actually moved like the dream was already in your hands? What would you do differently how would you move differently if you knew that that you wouldn't fail? What would you change if you stopped asking yourself, God, when are you gonna move? And start saying, God, watch me move in faith. Watch me move in faith. Because faith without works is completely dead. That saying is very true, and you need to listen. Faith without works is dead. And you got too much favor on your life to let it just sit there. To just let it sit and rot. I'm talking to you, you have too much favor on your life to let it just sit there and rot and never become fruit. So today, not next week, not tomorrow, right now, immediately, under the sound of this video, you better move. Make it happen. Your destiny is waiting for you. People are waiting for you. People need to hear your voice. Somebody needs to hear you. I don't know who it is, but somebody needs to hear you. If you made it to the end of the video, please make sure that you don't forget to subscribe. If you liked the context of this video, I am going to go ahead and cover motivation, having faith, building on social media. It's going to be a whole documentation, okay? This is the beginning of something very, very beautiful. It's the beginning of growth for you and myself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video.